Hello and welcome to yoga. I'm Brittney.
I'm Robyn.
It is the month of April and I picked a word and it is evolve. And the reason why I picked that word for this month is just because I heard it a lot over the past 3 days and I feel that's currently what I'm going through and I think what you're going through and what a lot of my community is experiencing, as well as just the universe. We're in springtime and things are starting to grow again. Things are evolving. So take that word with a grain of salt. Robyn's going to guide us in a little grounding to get us started. So go ahead and find your seat. Before you go there, though, let's start the playlist for April. And we'll press play in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so we can start however you feel most comfortable. You can sit on a block like Britt likes to. You can sit in rock pose like this on your feet, or you can sit cross-legged. Okay, we are going to start by creating some heat with our hands. Just breathe. Let's put our hands on our heart. All right, let's take a deep breath together in through the nose. And release. 2 more just like that. And now you can let your breathing come back to normal. And to start this practice off, I want us to begin with some gratitude for specifically our bodies. Think about what things that your body has allowed you to do that you're grateful for. It could be the fact that you can breathe right now. It can be the fact that you can use your hand to write in your journal, that you can see the beauty of nature, that you can simply walk. And I want you to create a list in your mind. I am grateful for blank, whatever it is, for my lungs, to be able to breathe. A lot of times we tend to be critical of our bodies and we focus on the things that we wish we could change or wish we could be that we aren't already. But in order to evolve the connection between our mind and our body, we have to express the gratitude for what we do have, because that's what we got for our life. So just sit here for a minute in silence and just breathe and think of your list and recite it to yourself. Make it as long as you possibly can in the next minute. Our mind and body connection is so important to be able to show up confidently every day in work, in our relationships, for ourselves, to go through and experience joy, but also to go through and get through the challenges. We have to be with ourselves through those challenges. So let's take 2 more breaths together, and let's do in for 4 and out for 6. It's called a perfect breath. Here we go, in through the nose for 4. Exhale. One more.
You let your hands slide down to your thighs. I don't know about you, but I've totally created heat. My hands feel sweaty. My feet are starting to feel sweaty. So go ahead and take one more second just to notice what all of that did in your body. And start to evolve your breath. Maybe for a count of 5 on your inhale and a count of 5 on your exhale to match. Evolve. Let your body move as it might. Go ahead and crawl forward onto all fours. Just being mindful of how you move, even in your transition. That is the place where the evolution happens, right? So stack your bones, bring your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Allow your toes to curl under. Take a breath in, lift your tailbone to the sky, drop your belly down slowly, lift your chin up. Go ahead and close your eyes and feel your front body expand. Pull your shoulder blades down your back, open up your throat a little more. Breathe in. Exhale and push the ground away, round into your spine as much as you can. Chin in towards your chest. Feel your belly button really lift. And then start to circle your spine over to the left. So you breathe into the left side of your rib cage as you drop your belly down, breathing in. Exhale and push your spine over to the right and start to round back up into your cat shape. So you're taking your spine in slow revolutions, like a big barrel roll with your breath. Inhaling into an extension and you exhale with a flexion. And then reverse the barrel roll. Push over to the left first and then round as you breathe out. Inhale over to the right and as you drop down. Keep going, one more round. Okay, inhale and come to a neutral spine. Feel your low belly stay lifted and take your breathing more into your rib cage. Allow your neck to stay long and just keep your toes tucked under right underneath your knees and push down so hard that your shoulder blades separate across your back. Elevate your knees just an inch. Let that heat build. Let your muscles wake up. Take it in. Let it slip out for 5 seconds. One more breath in. Keep your chin off your chest. Good. Exhale and hike your hips up to the sky for your first down dog. Go ahead and pedal out into your feet. Allow one ankle to drift down. And then switch it up slowly. Walking your dog, opening up through the hamstrings. Opening up through your shoulders. Take a second and pause right there and just check in. Shoulders are in line with your wrists and your feet are in line with your hips still, okay? Let your heels drift down, back behind your toes as best as you can, and bend your knees a lot. If you've got really tight back leg, okay, we wanna just feel out the length of your spine, so press down into your hands. Feel like a little suction cup underneath your shoulders so that your lats start to turn on too. Keep your tailbone reaching for the sky, widening out through your sits bones right underneath your butt. Allow your shoulders to heat up in this way. Take one more breath. Then inhale, float yourself forward to a high plank. Shoulders over your wrists and your hips can be aligned with your heels, or you can just touch your knees down to the floor. Keep your tailbone tucked under though. This is still some work for your shoulder blades. Push them across your back. Take a breath in. Good. Exhale, slowly lower on the count of 5, 4, 3. Hug your elbows back. 2, 1. Come all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Keep your feet really long behind you. Keep them separated for now. Take your hands right underneath your shoulders, but keep pinning your elbows back towards your sides and take a baby cobra. Inhale and lift up through your chest. Maybe pause right there, glue your feet into the ground and cover your hands. Good, exhale and let go. One more baby cobra, turn on your quads this time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let go. Then slide your hands a little lower, right by your low ribs. And again, pinch your elbows in tight together, tighten up your legs. Inhale, push maybe to a medium cobra. Elbows can stay bent, or you can push all the way through your arms and keep your belly stretching up. Thighs can stay resting on the floor, or you can push into the tops of your feet and feel that strength in your quads again. Take one more breath in. And exhale, use your core and either slide back through a tabletop to downward facing dog or just roll all the way through, pulling in with your belly, hips to the sky. Take a breath in, lift your heels up, gaze forward at your thumbs. Exhale to bend your knees and take a walk or a hop all the way up to the top. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, fold all the way down. Grab your elbows, sway from right to left. Allow your crown just to drop down as your tailbone reaches again high to the sky. Start to connect to your feet and notice those four corners. Root down through the outer and inner heels, your big toe mound, your little toe mound. Slow yourself down into the middle. Relax your arms to the floor. Bend your knees, slowly roll up to stand. Breathe in. Take your time. Once you arrive, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale and roll them back. Flip your palms to face the front so you get this opening of your chest. Just stamp down into your feet and notice your tail. Is it sticking out behind you, or can you roll it down just a touch so your belly, your front belly feels active? Keep your chin off your chest, close your eyes, focus on your breath again. Notice how the heart rate starts to speed up just a touch. We're gonna roll with the breath a little bit. Take your inhale and reach up to the sky. Exhale, dive down into a forward fold. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Take a long spine, think chin off your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms down, and inhale, step back or float back to your plank on your knees or your toes. Exhale, lower down just halfway, where your shoulders are just at your elbow height. Then inhale, push into your hands, flip to the tops of your feet for upward facing dog. Exhale, use your core, travel all the way back to downward facing dog. Take one breath in, one breath out. Good, inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. You're in a three-legged dog, and just take a second, bend your knee and lift your outer knee up towards the sky. So you can open up your hips so you feel your inner left leg. Keep your kneecap rotating over towards your second toe. You can square down your right shoulder. So notice if you're opening up through your shoulders too. Take a couple of circles of that knee. You're still there. Good. Then take another breath in as you square your right hip down again. Heel to the sky. Exhale, slowly step your foot through as close to your right thumb as possible. Then lower your left knee down to the ground. Keep your left hand glued down right underneath your shoulder. Breathe in and take a twist. Right arm high to the sky. Just notice what you feel there, wrapping your shoulder blades down your back. Good. Keep pushing down into the floor. If you need to push down into a block, you can. Notice if you're leaning away from your belly, can you stay close in with your thigh, almost touching your belly? You're revolving on this even axis. You want a little more heat, tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee off the ground. Take one more breath in. Good. Exhale and plant your hand down, your right hand down. Grab your blocks if you have them and shift your hips back so that your legs are straight. It's like a long pyramid pose. Take a breath in, reset your spine. Breathe out, roll your crown down, and just feel into the back of your right leg. Let your left heel get heavy. If you feel unbalanced here and need some more support, you can always step your left foot up and in and plant your heel in. Take one more breath. Now take your hands all the way over to the left. You're going to keep your right toes lifted and start walking your hands all the way across. Point your left toes out and bend into your left knee. You're going to sink all the way down as best as you can. You can even stay up here, up tall, and just work on the inner thigh of the right side and work on the strength of your left leg, or you can slide all the way down into Skandasana. This is in your practice. And just take a moment to feel into your left ankle. Get used to the sensation of stretch on your right side with your breath being your focus. Stay for 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe working your weight back. You can still use your hands. Take one more. Now try to stay low as you can. Like you're crawling in like a Spider-Man. Okay. Crawl your hands over so that you're facing the front of your mat, hands planted to frame your right foot. Lift your left heel and try to take a slow step back into your plank pose. Take a breath in, chin off your chest. Knees can come down. Exhale, slowly lower halfway. Hug everything in towards your center. Breathe in and lift your chest up, hips heavy. Exhale, shift yourself all the way back, downward facing dog. Take a bonus breath in. Exhale and let it go. Inhale and lift your left leg high to the sky. Then bend your knees, stack your left hip over your right hip. Notice if your left shoulder dipped up, can you lower it down so it's even with your right side? Just feel what that's like. Take those circles, opening up, feeling your glute wake up. Notice that right kneecap. Okay, take a breath in and lower your left hip down so it's even with your right. Inner thigh and heel up towards the sky. Breathe in, a little higher. Exhale, slowly step it through. Right by your left thumb. Go ahead and lower your right knee down to the ground. Settle into your hips. Keep your right hand glued down. Breathe in and take a twist to your left. Notice if the knee wants to flop away. That's kind of a different sensation, a different stretch. Use your inner energy to hug in towards the center. Pull your shoulder blades down your back while you simultaneously push down with your right arm. If you want more heat, lift up your right knee. Take one more breath. Good. Exhale, lower your left hand down to square up your foot. You can grab your block or blocks and just push your hips back, straightening out your left leg. You've got the block there to bring the ground to you. Take a breath in as you lift up your chest. Breathe out, lower yourself down. Take a peek back at your right ankle. Now that you're looking at it, can you make it heavier? Or if you need more stability, you can walk that foot in. You're free to always change that up. Our bodies are constantly changing, constantly evolving. See if you can breathe into the level of discomfort you may feel at the back of your hamstring. And take a breath in and lift up your chest, lift up your head. You're gonna start rotating all the way over. So maybe just point in your right heel first before you start crawling over and bending into your right knee. Your left toes can be pulled up. Maybe you stay lifted and stay right here. It's almost like you're just doing a little lungy stretch, or you can come all the way down. Work on getting your weight back. Notice if your spine is collapsing. Can you keep your chest broad, really active? It's okay if your heel lifts. You're working on your ankle, your foot, staying really stable and strong for you as your foundation. Notice your inner left thigh. Take 2 more breaths. It's okay if you touch the ground too. 1 more. Now slowly start to crawl forward and then over to the front. Remember, like your Spider-Man. Okay, staying low. Then move any blocks out of the way. Your hands are sandwiched right around your left foot. Lift up that right heel and really power up through your arms before you take that step back into your plank. Breathe in at the top. Exhale, lower down just halfway, shoulder blades back. Inhale, take your chest up to the sky. Exhale, use your core, down dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Maybe we'll try taking a breath to movement. We'll see how this goes. Prep yourself with 1 more breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now listen closely. The more you stretch your breath, the more you have time to move into your transitions and evolve in each posture. Okay. Inhale, lift your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Exhale, lower it. Inhale, lift your left knee. Exhale, fold into your pyramid. Take 1 breath. Let it go. Use your inhale to walk it over to your left. Come as deep as you'd like. Exhale and settle down low. You could use your full breath in to crawl it back. Step it back to plank. That's a full breath. In. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your chest. Exhale, float your hips up and back. Bonus breath right here. Let it go. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step it through. Back knee down. Inhale, lift your left arm for a twist. Exhale to lower it. Inhale, lift your right knee. Exhale, straight legs, full forward. Take a breath in pyramid. Let it go. Inhale, travel your hands to the right, adjust your feet. Exhale, sit down low. Inhale, take it all the way back. This is a quick transition. Hands down, step it to plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, hard up, hips down. Exhale, take it all the way back to downward facing dog. 1 breath, stay strong with it. And then you can lower your knees down to the ground. Take them wide, bring your toes together, shift back into child's pose. Bring your chin or your forehead to the earth. Surrender any control that you have. And touch back on those words that Robyn spoke of. Gratitude for your body and what it was able to do just now. Notice the inner words that are floating through your head. If any of that was difficult, or maybe even it was easy, mellow, notice what kind of languaging you're using in your inner thoughts about yourself. And then just reconnect to what's true, your breath. The constant uprising and down regulating with your breath. And remember, your breath totally impacts how you can feel. Nice work. Now open up your palms. Take a breath in and lift yourself back up through a tabletop. Bring your knees underneath your hips again. Tuck your toes under. Breathe in. Exhale to a downward facing dog. Inhale and lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Start to walk forward, maybe stepping towards the middle of your space and walk your hands back to meet your feet. Okay, inhale and find a halfway lift. Exhale and fold.
Inhale, push through your feet, come all the way up to stand with a slow rise, a slow unhinging of your hips. Exhale and pull your hands back in towards your heart. Take a breath. Let it go. All right, let's try bringing the toes together for this one. And just hug in towards this inner line, right? That's using your inner thighs and then using your big toe mounds to keep you really grounded. Take your arms out in front of your shoulders. Exhale and sit down low into a chair. So bending at your knees, hip hinge your butt back. Keep your spine locked. So notice if you're a little collapsed here, or even if you're a little overextended and your butt's like really back, just bring your low ribs in. Think waistband towards your spine. Start to feel into the legs again. Hug into your inner thighs. Plug your shoulder blades back. And take a breath. Good. Exhale, take a twist. Right arm back. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist left. One more time each side. Inhale to the front. Exhale, reach back with the right. Inhale forward. Exhale to the left. Good. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Push through your toes. Exhale and pull your elbows wide. Think sternum to the sky. Shoulder blades back. Tailbone still down. Good. And then breathe in, reach up. Exhale, fold yourself down. Now separate your feet just a little bit. And take a bend into your left knee. Keep your right leg straight. And keep your left hand either tented on your fingertips, or you can grab a block, put it underneath your hand. Take your right arm back up to the sky for a twist again. Now this is something we haven't done before in this class, I guess. So you can stay right here in this twist and really focus on the outer line of your hip. Or if you want to work more into this twist and feeling more of the bind, the connection of yourself, you can bend into your left elbow and slip your left arm underneath your left leg. Take your right arm behind your back and see if you can make a little catch of your fingers. And pull your shoulder blades back, spinning open through your waistline. Still feeling the outer hip and maybe even noticing a little shoulder stretch. You can stay right there, let your head dip down if that feels good. This is a progression towards another kind of balance pose that we will not do today. Don't you worry. Okay, take one more breath in. And exhale and release the grip that you have. Go ahead and fold it back down into a regular fold. You can walk your forward fold out a bit. And then plant your right hand down on the block in front of you. Bend into your right knee. Take your left hand up to the sky and just take this twist. Keep your neck long and spacious. And feel out your left outer hip. Or you can bend into your hip hinge and just slide your right arm through your legs and think about like itching your right butt cheek. Then reach with your left hand across your low back. And try to catch your fingers. Take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Last one. Good. Exhale. Let that bind go. Let your legs walk out one more time. And then just crawl yourself forward back into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet back. Feel the length of your arms again, your shoulders. Go ahead and roll yourself forward into a plank pose. One more time. Exhale, lower yourself down. Maybe knees touch first, and then your elbows can bend. So take your right arm out at about shoulder height with your elbow. Look over to the left. You can scoot yourself over so you're on your right side. Reach your left leg back behind you. And see if you can plant your foot down, your toes down. Use your left arm to give you some leverage and stretch for your chest. If you sit at a screen all day, you mouse with your right arm. Be gentle with yourself here. Don't push yourself past
the place of discomfort into pain zones.
It's okay if you're uncomfortable. Breathe. Maybe your left arm comes back across your back because you liked that stretch earlier. Take one more. And slowly roll all the way back to your belly.
Try the other side. Left elbow out. Use your right arm to push yourself over onto your left side. Reach your right leg back.
Maybe make some adjustments. It's okay if your arm goes straight at shoulder height. You can also take it in a little diagonal, but just be gentle with your shoulder joint. You need to roll back onto your belly to make those adjustments. Take your right hand to your low back if that feels good. And slowly come back to your belly.
You can just keep your hands right underneath your forehead and just tick-tock your feet from right to left to release any tension that crept up into your low back. And then start to pull yourself up onto your elbows. Okay, you're gonna take your right arm in first, followed by your left arm in front. You're gonna start to walk your elbows to the other side of the mat as if you're gonna give yourself a hug, right? You're gonna keep your arms long. And you're gonna scoot yourself. So if you're back, right, you're not gonna get as much of a stretch. So you have to walk yourself up and over your shoulders. Okay. From there, you can just let your chin rest down on top of your left bicep. You could even take a block and put it underneath your head. Take 5 deep breaths right here. One more. To creep your head up. And then inch from side to pull those shoulders wide. You can let them expand first if you want. Do some rolls. You know, that can be really intense. And then we're going to do it again. This time, left arm first, followed by the right in front. Then start to walk those elbows to the opposite ends of your mat. Get yourself open over your elbows, your arms, so you really can feel this in your shoulders. Make the adjustments with the block if you can. And just let yourself sink. Every exhale, let something else go. Breathe into the back of your heart. Two more. And lift your head. Walk your elbows back to their regular places. Okay, let them come out wide again. You can just turn your head from right to left. Just check in with your shoulders. And all you're gonna do is pancake flip yourself over. Okay, so your head can still stay at the top of your mat, but make sure you have a block with you. Go ahead and roll all the way over onto your back. Bend your knees, bring your heels in right behind your glutes. Then pick your hips up off the ground and slide the block underneath your pelvis, right at your sacrum, that triangle bone at the base of your pelvis, or base of your spine. You can stay right there, or you can start to lift your feet up towards the sky. Take a few deep breaths. For this one, I just want you to focus on your exhale. Making those a little more dramatic, a little longer. Don't worry about the effort of keeping your legs together. Take a few more. Maybe you shake out your legs like they're noodles, really loose. Nice job. Okay. Slowly start to bend your knees and let your feet touch down one at a time. And notice if this feels good for you, just to stay right here in a supported bridge. And you can stay or start to walk your feet out long. So straight legs, relax your feet, check in with your low back, the height of your block. You can stay right there and just notice the opening in the front of your hips, your belly. Then try taking your arms by your ears, long arms. Relax your elbows. And take a few breaths. Exposing yourself to a radiant future, which is what your front body represents. Float your arms back down by your sides. Bend your knees so your feet can plant down. Pick up your hips off your block. Slide that out of the way, lower your hips down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh and pick your legs up towards your chest. You can reach your right arm through that little hole, hold on to the back of your left leg or even your shin. Pull your toes up towards your face or towards the knees. Do a gentle rock from side to side. Use your right elbow even to push down on your right leg so it goes away from you. You're looking for a feeling in your glutes. Okay, pause in the center and keep your legs as they are, but take your hands out and let your legs cross all the way over. So your right leg, your thigh is touching your left thigh. Touch your left toes down to the ground. Bump your hips to the right and lower your legs to the left. Open your right arm to the side for one more twist, an outer hip stretch. While your legs are all wound up, again, just release anything else that's holding you back from evolving. These detoxifying twists are a perfect opportunity to release right after you unwind.
2 more breaths. Use your core, come back to the center. Uncross your right leg. Shift your hips back to the center. Okay, left leg crosses over. Go ahead and pull your legs in towards your chest. Reach around and through for your right hamstring or the front of your right leg, your shin. Pull the toes up, rock side to side. Moving slowly, gently, with appreciation, with gratitude. Slow down your rock. Release your grip. Touch your right toes down. Shift your hips to the left. Then lower your legs, or with a whole big cross, lower your legs to the right. Take your left arm out to the side. And just notice the outer hip, your spine. Again, the front of your chest. Breathe deeply in. Let it all go. One more. Use your belly to come back to the center. Uncross your legs. Shift everything back in a long alignment. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Pick yourself up to give them a little kiss. Take a sip of air in. Exhale and let yourself go all the way down into Shavasana. Relax your shoulders. Flip your palms to face up. Without controlling the timing of your breath, I want you just to count out. Stay with yourself for 10 breaths. Maybe noticing with each breath something new in your body. You're welcome to stay as you are. Soak in your practice for longer, or you can begin to deepen your breath. Let that oxygen float through all of your limbs. Start to awaken by moving your hands or your feet. Flow into your body until you get into a whole body stretch. Anything that really feels intuitive here. Bend your knees and roll over onto one of your sides. One extra moment for stillness, for gratitude. Think of something else, maybe something outside of yourself that you're grateful for today.
And then pick yourself up into a seat, holding on to it. Letting it fill you up. Bring your hands in towards your heart. Stack up your spine. Take one more breath together with us. In through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Thank you so much for being here. From our hearts to yours, namaste.